Okay, this is BunBun. This is the dog that my girlfriend and I adopted on April 4th of last year. She had been turned into the pound when she was 1 week old, and we adopted her 1 day shy of her 6-month birthday. She is a black-jawed cur, mutt mix, so not really sure what she is, but very fast is what she is. So we decided to get a dog. We had been out of town for my girlfriend's birthday, and it was the last day of our trip. She said, "Oh, I really want a dog," which she had said many, many times over the last several years. And at that point, I was just like, okay, well, let's look and see what they got. So because we were out of town, we looked in the areas around where we were. And, you know, nowadays they have photos of the dogs online, so you don't necessarily have to go in to look at them. Although what's available is oftentimes different than what's online, obviously. So we looked around, looked at several different shelters, and no dog really stood out to us. So since we were driving home, we looked at the shelter in our hometown, and again, nothing stood out. It was just a lot of pit bulls for the most part, and that is not one of the breeds that we wanted. I wanted something smaller. My girlfriend's a weirdo. She wanted a 150-pound dog, but where we lived, no, not happening. So we looked like 40 minutes from our house. We looked at a shelter there, and they had 3 dogs that were really, really standing out in the photos. One was shepherd mix, like an Australian shepherd mix, so high energy. Knew that going in. And then little BunBun, who had the cutest face, and then another little dog. So we drove over there. Really liked the Australian shepherd. He was very sweet, ready to go home with him. But he had just come into the shelter like 2 days before and was on hold to see if someone would come and claim him. So a little bit disappointed, but we went and we met the other dogs. And we met with BunBun. She was in the cage with 2 of her brothers and sisters. Like I said, they had all been turned in 1 week after they had been born, and so now they're like 6 months old, almost grown. And she was very calm, very quiet. And so we were like, well, let's check this one out. So they brought it into a room so that we could spend some time alone with it. And she totally ignored us. She came, sniffed, and then immediately went around the room checking things out. I was like, hey, that's a good dog. Like, it's curious, it's not afraid, it doesn't need us. Like, let's play with it, see how it is. We started petting her, so loving, so sweet. And so probably within 10 minutes, we were like, yeah, this is the dog. We're going to take this one home. And so they started the paperwork. They gave us, her little shots and vaccinations, all that. And that was it. We loaded her up in the car. She was happy. I don't know if she'd ever been in a car at this point, with her eyes open, cognizant. And she just stood in between us on the armrest and watched as we drove for like 40 minutes. She was there the whole time, just leaning against one of us, one or the other of us. Honestly, hurt your shoulder a little bit to have somebody lean on it for 40 minutes, but with a dog, so worth it. I had been a person that had put off getting a dog as long as possible. I kept telling my girlfriend, now's not the time. And just when the perfect dog became available, that's when I guess my heart was like, yeah, this is the one. Because she is so kind, so sweet. She hates children, which is odd because, most dogs like children, but BunBun hates children. We can't have kids. Never gonna have kids, so perfect. And she loves to cuddle. She's not the best behaved dog. She's still a baby, but she's very smart. She knows I have 3 rules. Get in the car when I tell you to. Don't come in the bathroom, and don't be weird. And yeah, that's BunBun. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Just wanted to bring you into a little piece of my life. Lovely little dog that fell into it, really. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're into that sort of thing. Have a good day. I'll see you lovely people on the flip. Bye.